I will not talk during the audio as per request, but I will read the context of what's going on. This is His Dark Materials. His Dark Materials can be found, as you see, where can I find it? Right here. The story starts in another world. One that is both like and unlike your own. Here, a human soul takes the physical form of an animal, known as a daemon. Biblical reference. The relationship between human and daemon is sacred. You can see men with bears, lions, tigers. They love them, don't they? Y'all call them crazy on TikTok. This is biblical. This is why certain people have this attraction to animals. The world has been controlled for centuries by the all-powerful magisterium. Except in the wilderness of the north, where witches whisper of a prophecy. A prophecy of a child with great power. Jesus. Biblical reference. Prophecy. Destiny. During the Great Flood, this child was brought to Oxford. I wanted to give y'all those jewels. When you look in the Bible and how God told us that we had control over the land, dog. This is literally a biblical reference. Now, if you backtrack every major TV show, I understand it had 2 seasons, but this one had a major impact on followers during the time that it came out, guys. So anything that has this type of following, anything that can garner this type of attention is usually based in truth. When you look at movies and TV series that have these long runs, they're using symbols and sacred geometry and all of these things to trigger certain components in our subconscious, the superconscious, which then continues to feed their agenda, feed the series. This is how they can keep creating, because they take our attention, right? And they shift it towards what they want to manifest, guys. Now we're going to go to the dust part, and I'm going to elaborate on that. I will be quiet for the audio. Once again, I was a virgin. I popped my cherry. Now I'm experienced.
This evening will remain private, even from the magisterium. Jordan College will not become a channel for gossip.
I'm going to get to the dust part, but that was more symbolism. This tells you that racism is stupid. When you're actually a Mason, a Moor, or depending on what, and it actually, with the Moors, it actually depends on who's in charge, because they don't play that with outsiders. But Masons don't care if you're a Luciferian, Satanic, Christian, Jew, black, white. At the top of the people that's controlling the world, racism don't exist. I wanted to show y'all that brief part before I get to the dust. I need y'all to understand. Middle class and poor people embrace racism. The elites only know green. They only know control. They only know the mission. Anybody who is prejudiced, for real, you have to get past that if y'all want to get in this game. Let me show y'all the dust. Let me show you more symbolism.
I took this photograph with standard silver nitrate emulsion. However, I took 2 photographs that day. The second one with a specially prepared emulsion.
Where did that light come from?
But it isn't light. It's dust.
What's dust?
What's dust? I need to see what he's showing them.
Gentlemen, it is dust. It registers as light on the plate because particles of dust react with this emulsion in the same way that photons of light react with the standard silver nitrate emulsion. As you can see, the figure of the man is now perfectly visible, but I'd like you to turn your attention to the child. You can't see the child clearly because the child does not attract dust, which, given the nature of dust, is precisely the point, is it not? We, as adults, are surrounded by dust. In fact, we're almost consumed by it. The children, seems, are not.
Gentlemen, I conclude that all of the lore behind children seeing ghosts and spirits and having that innocence, that spark of light. As you get older, bro, you start to really understand what sin is. You lose purification. I'm actually starting to see clocks, and the compass is actually a piece of alien technology. I think it's actually a time traveling device. Clocks, I believe, are conspiratorially, potentially ancient technology. That's another video. But anyway, look. So when you think about the lore behind children seeing these spirits, and you got to really question the real life lore of children going missing, right? Like, people talk about adrenochrome. I've already deduced that that's a psychic phone call to God saying we got another soul. Hell rejoices and they hang up. But this is also, children have the ability to trigger certain energy because they're so close to God. So if you can actually spike certain fear and pain chemicals in the brain of a child and then drain it out the pineal and then drain it out of the pineal, the place of pineal where God resides, you can then activate certain technology because of this innocence. It literally takes purification to be able to access. And if you are of a low vibration, you don't match the frequency to trigger a response out of certain technology.